Hey everybody, today I got some LED lights that you can use for pretty much any holiday. These things are super cool. You gotta check this out. Hey everybody, welcome back. So before I begin the video, I just want to ask everybody to please subscribe and like to the channel. Really helps me out, helps us get new content and new products to review. So at the last minute, I decided to go get some Christmas lights for the house. Now, I didn't want just the plain Christmas lights that just sit there and do nothing, or maybe just flash a stupid pattern. I wanted something a little bit more. I really want to get into making the house dance to music, but I don't have time. Okay, so Christmas was coming up and I wanted lights before the holiday. So I purchased these LED lights off of Amazon. They're programmable LED lights. You can just put them up and download an app on your phone, connect to the controller box through Bluetooth, and you have 120 different patterns that you can do with these. Now, if you take a look at my house, I'm gonna run through a whole bunch of different patterns on the house, and you can see what the lights can do. I say 120 different patterns, but some of the patterns are just duplicated with maybe red, and then blue, and then green, and then maybe red and green, things like that. But there are quite a few different patterns and different light shows that you can do. These LED lights are good for Christmas. They have one for like Gay Pride, 4th of July, Valentine's Day, and there's maybe some other holidays I don't even know about. Now, what's really cool about these lights is that you have a string of lights here, and you can just cut them any place you want. And you can make them your own custom length, just basically tape off the ends so they don't short out and touch each other. Or you can basically splice in another string of lights and make them even longer. And then in the app, you just go in and you tell the app how long each string, for that controller is. So if you cut off 10 lights, there's 100 LED lights per string. They're 33 feet long. So you cut 10 off, you go into the program, and you just say, okay, my string of lights are now 90 LEDs long. And the reason you do that is if it's doing a pattern going from one side and then back again, it knows when to stop. It knows that it needs to hit 90 and then come back again. So that's why you need to go in there and actually set how many lights you have. Another cool thing is that they have these connectors on the ends. So basically power can be inserted for the next string of lights, and then the next string of lights connects here for the, the data and the power and stuff like that. And then you have to go into the app and say, okay, my string of lights is now 200 LEDs long. Another thing I liked about these is that the size of them, they're not like tiny and they're not huge. So here you can see that I'm tucking them into the siding and they stayed right there. So I have vinyl siding, and I was able to just push these in and they just stayed in place. Now, you might not have vinyl siding or maybe enough room under your J channel like I did, but they do have some clips out there on the market that you can purchase, and they just snap onto the LEDs, and then the clips can either stick to the house or screw them to the house, whatever you want to do. But there are clips for these types of LEDs. Now, there's really not much to say about these LED lights. They're programmable. They have their own app, and you can just get them up and running. But let's say next year you want to make your own light show. You want to do something like those houses where the LED lights, dance to the music. You can do that with these. All you have to do is cut off the controller box and wire in a different controller box, and then download some software for your computer. The controller box that comes with it is a Bluetooth, very simple to use. It's pre-programmed for a whole bunch of light shows. So you cut that off and you wire in one of these, and this is called a DrZss. Now you see I have all the wires attached. Basically I cut the wires off of the controller box that came with it, and I wire them in, so there's 3 wires there. I took the same power cord that's being used for these lights, cut the end off, and I wired them into the DrZss, and I'll put a link down below. So there's this guy, his name is DrZss, and he basically tells you how to get these things and how to hook them up and get them working. When you buy one of these from him, they're ready to go. So all you have to do is power this thing up, wire it up, power it up, and you program the Wi-Fi, to match your Wi-Fi, and that's on your network. And once it's on your network, you can use a program called WLEDs, and that's kind of like the software that comes with these LEDs, but WLED could probably do a little bit more. And then you would get xLights on your computer, and xLights will look for controller boxes to turn lights on and off. The DrZss is your controller box. So now you just have to learn some software on how to program the controllers and turn the lights on and off, all that crazy stuff. There's tons of videos out there, and it sounds like it's getting a lot easier. So that's bringing us to the end of the video. I just wanted to really show everybody what these lights can do, not just now, but down the road. I just think it's really cool that you can take something like this out of the box, get them up and running, but there's room to expand these. I mean, you can do a lot with these LED lights. They are programmable LED lights. These are like the same ones that you'll see on those big houses that have the music and stuff like that. So you can take these and change out your controller, get some software, learn some programming, and you can be up and running with your own show, or you can just buy them and use them as they are now. So it's pretty cool. So again, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.